making Thai chicken lettuce wraps. Now, obviously, there's so many versions out there. This is just a quick, simple, easy way to make something where if you're either on a low-carb diet or you just want something refreshing because it's so hot outside, this is like the perfect go-to dish.
I have something refreshing because it's hot outside and it's not low-carb. Just saying.
Well, it's balanced though, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right, so I have low-carb dinner. That means I can, you know.
Right. All right, so he's going to chop up some shiitake mushrooms for me. Shiitakes are my favorite mushroom. I don't know what it is, but I love them. They're my favorite. And then we're going to take, I don't know, like 1.5 pounds of chicken breast, and we're going to chop it up into cubes.
This is for 4 people?
Well, we're definitely going to have leftovers, you know?
Yeah.
But this is literally, there's not a lot of ingredients to this. The main ingredient is going to be, this is what's going to bring everything together. It's the hoisin sauce. Hoisin sauce is like Asian barbecue, which is really, really delicious.
Go.
Basil wants to join. He wants to join in.
How you want these?
Just chopped up.
Shiitakes,
just chopped up. Like diced, yeah. And then he's going to chop up also red pepper, green pepper, and a yellow pepper. You can just obviously use one pepper if you want.
I have a shushitu from the garden. Should I throw that in there?
I mean, you can. How big is it?
It's one. It's,
okay.
You know.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the... All right,
well, our problem with the garden this year is I didn't put fencing up for the first time, and out of nowhere, I guess because of COVID and everything, and there weren't a whole lot of people around, fox and deer are all over the place, so now I've got deer in the backyard eating the garden every night.
Yeah.
It's giving me nightmares. I actually have nightmares about deer now.
All right, so the oil I'm going to use to saute the chicken, I'm not going to use like an olive oil. I'm just going to use like a basic canola oil or vegetable oil. You can use a peanut oil. Just something that that can take high heat, because that's what we're going to like cook the chicken in, is pretty much high heat. And I'm just going to take, wow, these, not to be, you know, inappropriate, but these breasts are huge.
I mean, you know, if you weren't going to be inappropriate, I was going to be inappropriate.
No, they were pretty big.
So we had this really cool idea. Actually, I'll take credit for it. It was my idea.
With what?
That if you have something in your cupboard or in your kitchen that you're just trying to figure out what to make with it, I thought it would be fun if you just told the ingredients to Roberta and she'll
come up with something. That's good. Just put me on the spot.
Yep. That's what I do best.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so he's chopping up the shiitakes. I'm going to dice the chicken. You kind of want them small. You can do them in strips too if you want, the chicken. You can also use ground chicken or ground turkey. You can do ground meat. You can do this vegetarian style too with just vegetables or tofu. You can use steak. This dish is pretty just basic. It's very simple. Yeah, exactly. All right.
You want all these cut up, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, just because I feel even with leftovers, so you could serve this with rice too, with white rice if you want, which I actually picked up for the kids because I know they'll probably want some with rice.
Is this the one that you do with the peanut?
So the other one that I have up on my website is a little more complicated. That's with like a peanut sauce.
That thing's fantastic.
Yeah,
You just make that for dipping, right?
Well, yeah, you can have that for dipping, but I kind of put it into the chicken itself. That's the one I actually did for the Philly Current magazine.
Oh, right.
You know? But this is like a go-to. Like, you don't need a ton of ingredients. You pretty much probably have a lot of these ingredients on hand other than, like, the hoisin sauce, which the hoisin sauce you can find in, you know, the international aisle or, you know, the Asian area there.
Jess said these are her absolute favorite.
Oh, Jess was there actually when I did the Philly Current shoot.
Oh, that's right.
I think that's when she actually tried it. Her and Rev were eating it up. All right.
How long ago was that?
That was a while ago, yeah. All right.
So how's everybody's Monday going?
Oh my God, it's Monday.
You know, Monday.
Oh, we're so quiet.
I know.
It's Monday.
I don't know.
Well, you started your day off with breaking glass and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know.
And then he came home and cut the lawn.
Yeah, I was getting a little, you know, I had to try to get it in before it rains again. I can't tell. You know, it didn't rain for the longest time, and then all of a sudden it rains, and then it it doesn't stop. Am I putting these in anything, or am I just holding them?
No, just leave them there. Right. And then if you could take garlic and mince that for me as well.
Hang on, I'm like a whole 2 vegetables behind me here.
I thought you were already up to date.
No.
Oh.
No.
What, are you taking a break? There's no time for breaks.
No, this is not a break. This is fuel.
Uh-huh.
The beer's fuel.
All right.
Philly Da Vinci says, ciao, you too. Love what you guys do. Thank you. Yeah, we enjoy it. It's fun. It's a good way for me to show how, untalented I am in the kitchen.
Oh, stop it. You're a great sous chef. That's why I keep you around.
Actually, I can cook on my own.
You can. He can cook. I just sometimes
I make a mess.
He makes a huge mess.
But I can cook.
You actually, maybe one day I'll let you show them how you make your chicken. He makes this chicken that's so delicious with like Swiss cheese and like mushrooms, right? Too.
It's a chicken mushroom. The mushrooms go in a you can use a rosé or a white wine. I like to use rosé. In like
all right. So, like
sauce.
I said, I'm going to use not olive oil. I'm going to use like canola oil. Is this canola oil? No, this is vegetable oil. I lied. But anything like that, canola oil, vegetable oil, peanut oil, even avocado oil, something that you can put a lot of heat to it, because that's what you want. You want your pan to be on medium high. Jess
says I make good chicken soup. Jess, when did you have that? Was that when you and Roberta were living together?
Oh, the chicken noodle soup that you make too. That's good.
Yeah, but was that when? I'm trying to think of when Jess would have had that. Is that when you guys lived together? Like, are we talking 15 years ago, 20 years ago?
All right, so, and then at the end, I'll show you guys, to top it off, I'm going to add some, for a little bit of crunch, I'm going to add some cashews.
Oh.
Now, it's funny. When I met Rick, I did not like cashews at all. But now I love them. It took a little bit.
And they were my favorite. Yeah. Cashews have always been, I love getting cashew butter. That's fantastic.
All right, so I'm just letting that heat up. Obviously, there's probably something underneath this burner. It might be burning up, but.
So if you didn't catch it, and you have questions about pasta, Roberta and Lauren did a cool little thing on Fox 29 the other day.
Talking about
pastas.
So there's this woman down in Tampa that wrote an article about her top 10. What was it? Starting from her least favorite all the way to her favorite pasta.
You agreed with the least favorite, right? Least favorite was...
I don't like angel hair. I think angel hair is... Personally, I don't even know why it exists.
I mean, if you want something lighter, but then...
There's nothing to it. It doesn't really hold sauce that well. I mean, I guess if you want to eat pasta and you don't want to feel too guilty, I mean, that's what you go for, I guess.
Yeah, but if you're going to eat pasta, you go all out for it, Yeah. What was your favorite? Was bucatini?
Mine is bucatini and rigatoni. It's my absolute favorite. All right, so my oil is heat. It's on high, so I'm gonna just put the chicken in.
I have to go with.
And like I said, the chicken. Sorry, babe.
No.
The chicken. The chicken is in cubes, like this. You don't want them huge because when you go to bite into it, you don't want huge chunks. You just want to have tiny little pieces.
How many?
Like I said, you can do them in strips too.
How many garlic things did you say you needed? Cloves?
Oh, you could do 3.
Okay.
But more or less, I mean, you can. Garlic is one of those things that you can put as much as you want, but you do need garlic and you do need ginger. Sorry, I need garlic. What's that?
Roberta, Jess said was when she came over with the kids and I was making it.
Really?
I can't remember.
I don't remember that either.
I made it quite a few times, so I just don't.
All right.
I don't know. So I can't remember what I had for dinner last night, though, half the time.
So as the chicken's, doing its thing, I'm going to season it with salt and pepper. Not a lot, just a little bit, because that hoisin sauce does have salt in it. I'm going to need...
You said 2 cloves? 3 cloves?
3, 4, whatever. I got this Rick too. You want, these are big guys.
You know what? Maybe I'll use those.
Yeah.
Wow, they're huge.
Yeah. Everything's big
Nice.
today. I don't know what's going on. All right, got that. So this is the hoisin sauce. Obviously, you guys are probably seeing this backwards, but they have different brands and stuff like that. I tend to get the ones that have a little bit lower sugar content because I feel like some of them have a really high sugar and it becomes too sweet then. Kind of, like I said, like almost like barbecue sauce. But to break that sweetness up, I'm actually going to zest some lime and some lime juice into that, so it'll balance it out a little bit.
I'm running out of space here on my cutting board.
All right. Well, I'm just trying to get the.
It's all right. Take your time.
The chicken nice
anywhere.
and.
It's just the less space I have, the more of a mess I make. So, I'm just giving you a forewarning.
Sticky.
Sticky?
What's sticky?
Wait, what?
I don't know what's sticky.
Oh, rice. Were you talking about the rice?
I don't know. I just said you could serve it with rice.
Oh yeah, sticky rice. Where's I had great Chinese food the other day. Usually it's hard for us to find like a really good Chinese place, but I had great Chinese food and they had like the best fried rice. It was like a sticky fried rice.
Well, usually it is.
I know, but it was extra good. It was like, you know, I'm not a huge rice guy.
Yeah. All
right. I got
like I said, you want this on medium high, so just keep an eye out on it. Now, if you want to keep the sweetness going, instead of adding the lime and the lime zest, you can also use an orange if you would like. You could serve it with a slice of orange and a slice of lime too. So when you're making your lettuce wrap, you can just squeeze it on top.
Do you want the garlic minced?
No, that's fine.
Just sliced?
Yeah, that's fine. Not making this too complicated, you know.
Goodfellas sliced? Or
No. All right, so when you buy ginger, what you know, they come in, you kind of go to the supermarket, you kind of break them up a little bit. The way you can get to, instead of sitting there peeling it, just take a spoon, or like this, I have a measuring spoon right now, and you kind of just go like this, and it kind of comes. You can use a regular spoon too, because you're not using the whole thing, so you don't want to have to like
you're skinning
peel
it like that?
Yeah.
Really?
It's super easy to do that way. Look, peels right off, like that. Yours is so bright, I can't even show people. Okay.
I don't know. I don't understand the coloring. We have exactly the same phone. It doesn't make any sense.
So if you want to mince it, you can, but since I'm putting in a sauce, I'm just gonna kind of just go like this, and take what I need. And then I'm just going to give it to him to chop up.
You want that chopped the same way as the garlic?
Yeah. Like, I'm going to take a good, probably like...
What is
yeah, whatever works. It's nothing like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I mean?
Well, I want it to be perfect.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be.
But it needs to be. I'm doing it.
So, you interrupted me with, I was telling
you. It's all right. You know, you interrupt me all the time.
You need about a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of ginger, of grated ginger. So it like I said, it's garlic and ginger. It's by what your taste buds. If you want more or less of it, you can totally do that. But you definitely want to have that in a dish because that's what, you know, brings it together.
It's actually tougher to. I never sliced ginger before. And I grated it.
You can grate it too. You know.
The texture of it's
thing
weird.
is, it's gonna break up once you put it into the chicken with the sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was a random Sunday afternoon. I don't.
All right.
Sorry, Jess. I don't remember. I believe you.
Now, when
I've
you
just hung out so many times while we've ate, so.
When you buy ginger, what you can do is you can put it in a little Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer. So this way you have it for next time. It actually will become a lot easier for you to grate when you go to grate it. So.
What else you got me? You want me to cut up the chives?
Not yet.
Are they chives or are they scallions?
They're scallions. Not yet.
All right. All right. I've got
All right, so you have everything.
I've got the pepper, the mushroom, the garlic, and the ginger all cut.
All right, I'm just trying to get this nice and...
What's everybody having for dinner? Anything good? Any libations?
It's coming out of the weekend. People probably drank over the weekend.
I know. Well,
all right, let me take
Sunday
this
and I cut the grass, or it's Monday and I cut the grass, and it's Monday.
All right, so I'm not going to pour everything in at once. So these are the ingredients here. So we have shiitake mushrooms, we have some bell peppers, and we have some ginger and some garlic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the mushrooms in first.
I threw a shishito in there too from the garlic. Is that how you say it? Shishito?
Yeah.
Shishito?
About that. You mix my ingredients together now. Some of them are going to fall in there.
Well, there was a specific line in there that, you know, it can be divided. I mean, I had the knife. We could divide it.
Fine.
I separated it. But when you picked it up and you just wanted to show everybody, you kind of mix it together. So this one's on her.
Yep.
All right. Should I push this aside in two separate groups now? And are you doing cilantro too?
That's for the end. That's just to top everything off. There's
Right.
nothing really there. You can zest the lime for me if you want.
I can do that. I think I can handle that. You have a zester?
You want the black one or the green one?
Whatever one.
Do you guys ever invest in these microplane? They're the best for zesting things. They're so good. Oh wow, you're using one of my old school knives.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to reach in front of you while you were trying to explain everything. Am I doing this right in there?
Not yet.
Okay. Well.
That's why I said you could do it in a little.
Yeah.
Or you could have just stood there for a little bit. See if anybody has any questions.
Stand here. Yeah, what's in your cupboard? Do you need help making anything? Roberta will gladly be put on the spot. And I think it's fantastic.
Actually, what you can do, Rick, you can do these.
I can.
You can clean these up. So my lettuce cups, you can use romaine. You can use iceberg. I like these guys. They're the Boston lettuce. So they kind of like come like folded already like that. So you just wrap them up and eat them. But you can use any kind of lettuce. You don't have to use a particular one.
I love the smell
of limes. I know, it's so good.
Do you need any of this? Are you using like slicing this for a garnish or
No, I need the juice of it too.
Oh, you do?
Yes, because like I said a little bit ago, if you were paying attention.
I was not paying attention. I was paying attention so I wouldn't cut my finger off while I was slicing things. But
no, once I add the hoisin sauce, I'm going to need the juice of it. All right.
I had an excuse.
Now I'm going to add... the reason why I did the mushrooms first is because I want to draw out the moisture from the mushrooms. I want them to kind of get a little color to them, a little brown. Now I'm going to add the peppers because the peppers are going to bring a little bit more moisture now. And then the garlic and the ginger. I'm going to add that right now too.
By the way, this black grater is so much better than the other one.
They're all the same. I think we use the other one a lot.
I think we use the other one a lot more. This is fantastic. This is like no effort going into this at all.
Now, once this hits the smell of the ginger and the garlic.
The smell of the lime alone.
Yeah.
All right, I got your...
So let me just I'm going to bring them over just to show you guys. No, I'm going to bring them over.
Oh, okay. Here.
So you guys can see.
I will do the same here.
That this is kind of what you're looking for. Okay? And now once this gets a little bit more color to it, we're going to add the hoisin sauce. So like another 2 minutes or so. Okay?
Looks good.
Bring that over.
We need the smell-o-vision on there.
I know.
Here, I can move this over.
Uh-oh, Rick, stay focused.
What? Oh, yeah, I know.
Billy said that.
I have to. I'm focused. As long as, Look, see, now that wasn't me. That was Roberta.
What did I do?
You knocked your thing over.
No, I didn't. You were
almost. I'm focused. I wasn't cutting fingers off today. I didn't, You do need.
This?
You need lime. You need what is that? Water
So
chestnuts?
water chestnuts, I'm going to add in there too.
All right. You want this in wedges or slices?
Just cut in half. I'm going to put the juice in
Oh,
here.
gotcha.
You can serve it with limes on the side, but I'm just going to put it directly.
I have a question for you.
Right.
I have seen people, now you know how you sift seeds? Now obviously limes usually don't have that many seeds, but when you have a lemon you sift seeds with your fingers.
Yeah.
I've seen some people do it up like this.
You can do it like that.
Is there any better way to do it?
No.
What's the difference between doing it up and down?
Nothing.
Just stop and see.
You're
I
just
feel like you
stopping-
don't get as much juice.
You're
if
just
it's-
stopping the seeds from going into your food. That's pretty much it. So whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat.
I feel like if you do it up though, there's less. Is there less juice?
Okay. Like I said, it's just a matter of, you know.
All right. Slicing the water chestnuts.
Yep.
You know, now see, this is where, Jill, this is where I have to concentrate because she opened the can and both sides are still sealed. It's just she cut it 3/4 the way
Just
around.
pour it out.
I know, but getting it
Who
out of there.
complains about that? Just pour it out and cut it.
You know. What to tell you.
All right, so the hoisin sauce, I'm going to add about like 2 tablespoons, maybe 3, depending. Let's see. 1. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3. 3 tablespoons of the hoisin sauce for 1.5 pounds of the chicken.
How thin should these slices be?
Does not matter. It's going right in.
Okay. Oh, it's going into the
Yep.
pan.
Yep.
Gotcha. I like water chestnuts. I mean, there's not really anything to them, but I didn't realize just snacking on them by themselves, they're not too bad.
Okay, so now that's pretty much done. Now I'm gonna add the. I probably won't even need the. No, I think that's a lot of chicken.
What?
The whole lime zest I'm gonna use. So good. I love lime zest.
Yeah, it can't hurt to have extra.
Yeah. All right, and then I'm gonna squeeze half of the lime in here. And you know what? I'm gonna use the whole thing. But like I said, this is all preference too.
Is there a heat to that?
Yeah, I said it in the beginning.
I know, but you were talking to them.
Oh, you mean like,
you know.
mean, is it hot, is it spicy?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the heat level of the cooking. No, it's a
I mean, I know it's got to be.
it's a hoisin sauce. So
I know
hoisin's
there's
like
got to be
barbecue.
heat to cook it.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if you were talking about if it's like medium high or medium. So sometimes I can't cook with him.
Why?
Sometimes I can't.
Why?
I didn't know if you
mean-
were talking about if it needed more heat sort, like medium high or medium heat.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
All right.
what did you want me to do with the bib lettuce? Is that bib lettuce?
What do you think you need to do with it? So you want to be a smart ass? I'm gonna say it.
Clean
What do you? Yeah. There you go.
You know what I have to say about that? Cheers.
All right. So I'm gonna crush some of these because I'm gonna put it into the cashews. You can serve it on the side if people have, some people may come to your house and they have allergies to nuts and stuff like that. You can serve that on the side or not serve it at all. I'm just actually gonna crush some up and I'm gonna pour it right into this.
You want me to put this directly in there, you said, or are you waiting to do this?
No, just pour it right in.
Okay.
So with the cashews, the same thing. Eye it up as much as you want. I'm only using probably about a half a cup, but I'm going to crush it up. You can totally use any other kind of nut too. If you want to use like peanuts, that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to use cashews because I feel like it gives it a little bit of creaminess to it too. All right.
Whew, got warm in here.
Who was it that said that watching you guys, Rick's always sweating in the kitchen?
I am. Well, it's like we have to.
To what? Back away so nobody sees you sweating?
Yeah.
Alright, so now I'm going to add that.
It's warm. Yeah, moving my arms
And
more than like
then,
2 miles an hour.
Do you want to chop?
Yep.
I'm gonna do, sorry, about 4 of these guys.
Where are you cutting down to on
Cut
them?
it like here, and then cut. So cut here, and then we're gonna use all of that.
Right.
Okay. Just wash that. All right. Got that. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Like my mouth is actually salivating.
Yeah, you're the one cooking it though. Imagine.
What?
Imagine me, I'm
Smelling
sitting
it?
here. It's like, whew, good. All right.
Yeah, just chopped up. No specific way or
And
anything.
you're not saving the ends.
No.
Is this gonna be enough?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Alright, so we got that. And then we'll need a little bit of cilantro just to finish it off.
You never answered my question about the lettuce.
Yeah, well, you wash it.
Yeah, and I didn't know if you needed me to just separate it and wash it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then everybody can make their own. You just serve it, serve it cleaned and
The only thing about eating these
is they are messy.
They are messy.
Oh,
I mean,
there goes my phone.
really messy. Oh, you didn't turn the call.
Sorry
thing
guys,
off.
I had somebody calling.
Yeah.
As always, it always happens at this time.
You
Okay.
have to turn it off.
So I'm
turn
just
off
waiting
the
for you
thing.
for
All right,
that.
I got this. You want this in with it?
Yep, just chop that also. Careful. Oh my god.
What?
You're scaring me.
Just don't watch. You're better off if you don't watch.
You better be careful. You're gonna chop fingers.
I'm not
one of
gonna
these
chop.
days.
I'm tucking.
Okay. But that's not a board.
I know it's not.
So you gotta be careful.
Well, see, I go slow at the end.
We're waiting.
Who's waiting?
They are, and I am.
Well,
That's fine.
I like to keep people in suspense. I'm an author.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Well,
I tell stories. It takes me 20 minutes to tell a 5-minute story. All right, I'm done slicing here.
yep.
All right.
Yeah, the
this.
only thing is the lettuce now needs to get cleaned, and then I'll plate one to show you guys.
Basically, just separating it from the head.
So at this point, I have the heat turned off for the scallions and the cilantro, because you don't really want to cook them down. You kind of want them to stay bright and green.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll bring it over just to show you guys, and then I'll plate it. So this is what it looks like, right there. Okay.
God, it
And then,
smells so
so
good.
like I said, you don't have to serve it with lettuce wraps. You can serve it with rice if you want.
I guess you could just do it with regular wraps too, right? Like tortillas? Or is that like weird?
So you're just gonna cross.
I don't know. I mean,
My
why
face probably just explained it
Why
all. I swear. Are you
Why
in the
not?
mood today or
not?
what?
I am in a mood. It's
All
been a
right.
long day. Isolation.
I just
got me
need
going
like
nuts.
2 wraps right now,
2?
just so I can.
Here, I can give you more than that. See? Good. Where? 2 crack me up. Thanks, Jill. We aim to please.
Are you gonna break them?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm squeezing them
this-
out
this
so
guy.
that you can have
And
a nice
who washes
presentation.
it in hot water?
I
Oh my god! The lettuce is gonna be like.
See, this is why I'm here, so that everybody knows what not to do. Right?
This is what happened. Look at the lettuce now.
Well, here I have more.
Here, why don't you take this, go somewhere with it, and I'll take the other one. Here, you
We're
try
gonna
that.
go somewhere with it.
You try
She
that.
She threw lettuce at me.
Who does that? I can't.
I can. Look, now I washed this one with
Yeah, but it's like wilted. Of course,
You
you
know
have the bigger ones, and now I have these tiny little ones, but
you can use the bigger ones. They're fine. Let me put them in ice for a couple minutes or cool them down.
anyway, so this is the way, this is how you would serve it. So you put them down, but you could serve it on the table, and everybody can just make their own little thing. And this is here.
All right.
And then just kind of.
You didn't do
This is perfect. Like if you have guests over and you do it as a buffet style, I think it comes out so nice. I already put some there.
I know. I'm just gonna steal some
Oh.
because cashews are awesome.
So it's pretty much like that, and then you just wrap it up like a taco, like so, and then you just eat it. And that's it.
I thought you were gonna stuff it in your face while I said that.
No, I'm not gonna do that. All right, guys. Thanks for enjoying this one.
You know,
Anyway.
I don't know what to tell you. All right. Thanks for joining.
Anyway, I'll put the recipe up and
I'll share
all
it.
that fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Goodbye.